The IPC released a report on Friday, August 22nd, that classified Gaza as in famine. The IPC has done 5 assessments of Gaza starting in December of 2023. All of those assessments have come out warning of increased food insecurity, saying that famine is imminent or unfolding. And the report released on August 22nd is the first that classifies parts of Gaza as in famine today. The IPC classifies areas into 5 categories. The IPC classifies all of Gaza in the worst 2 categories, in emergency or catastrophe famine. And the IPC projects that by September, all of Gaza will be in catastrophe or famine. 2 instances that we identify as crucial in Gaza's descent into famine are, first of all, in October 2023, the blockade of electricity, food, water, and gas into Gaza. Following about a year and a half later, in March of this year, March of 2025, the halting of humanitarian assistance into Gaza. Other conditions have contributed to Gaza's descent into famine, notably the killing of civilians seeking food, the destruction of water, food, and health infrastructure, and ongoing conflict that further deteriorates conditions and also makes the provision of assistance near to impossible. A lot of people in the media, among policymakers, and even here at CSIS have been talking about Gaza as in famine for some time, and yet this is the first time that the IPC itself has issued a classification of famine for the region. Colloquially, there's an understanding of famine, which is suffering and death from starvation. But the IPC was formed to standardize measurements of food insecurity and of famine across vastly different times and geographies. Famine has a very specific definition according to the IPC, and it has to do with 3 criteria: lack of food, acute malnourishment among children, and deaths per day related to starvation. Classifications of famine are rare instances. Since the IPC was formed in 2004, there have been only 4 other classifications of famine. The IPC notes that this famine, the famine in Gaza, is entirely man-made, whereas in most other instances, famine results from a combination of environmental and political factors. On the other hand, this means that it can be halted and reversed. What the IPC notes is needed are several things. First of all is an immediate ceasefire. Second of all is a provision of life-saving assistance that's made possible with an immediate ceasefire. And then also it's the rebuilding of infrastructure and institutions, including agriculture, water, and health, that allow for recovery of Gaza's population. I think it's important to remember that the impacts of famine don't cease to exist as soon as an area is no longer classified in famine. These impacts can last lifetimes and even span into future generations, which underscores the need for immediate assistance and relief.